Hey, Bill, what are you thinking for dinner? Come on, row faster! No witnesses! Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new video. Today we're going to be making baked ziti. I have made too many sandwiches on this channel recently, so like I did with the frittata, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Now, majority of you guys have probably heard of baked ziti. It's a dish you can get at pretty much any Italian restaurant. It's delicious. The thing that I really like about this recipe is that it's super simple, it's absolutely delicious, and on top of it all, it is truly a one-pot dish. Now, last time I said that, we ended up using 3 pans or 4 pans. My bad. But this one legitimately is a one-pan dish. This is the perfect meal for when you just got home from work, you don't really want to cook a whole lot, you want something that's hearty and delicious, and honestly, this takes, in total, about an hour to cook. 15 minutes of standing at the stove, the rest of it is just in the oven. Now, the other thing that I was gonna do is make this thing that my dad makes. It's called killer bread. It's like a really unhealthy garlic bread. It's honestly the best garlic bread I've ever had, and it goes perfect with baked ziti, but I couldn't find French bread at the store, and I didn't have enough time today to make a loaf of bread. So we're gonna skip that, but if you guys wanna see that in the future, let me know, because I will make another pasta dish, and I will make that killer bread as the side dish. I'm super excited to make this one. The thing with this is that you can make it really protein heavy. Today I'm gonna be using a pound of hot Italian sausage, but you could be using 2 pounds. You could do 2 to 1 meat to noodle ratio, and it's still absolutely delicious. It's not the healthiest dish. It's really not healthy for you, but it's hearty. But honestly, if you're making baked ziti, who cares if it's healthy or not? It's supposed to be delicious. We're not gonna screw around with it. This is gonna have garlic, heavy cream, mozzarella cheese, stuff. With all that being said, I'm gonna quit yapping. It's time to make this super easy one-pot baked ziti. Okay, so we are going to start by chopping up our garlic. We're gonna make sure that it's super thin, so when we put it into the pan, it kind of dissolves away and just leaves that garlic flavor in the baked ziti. Speaking of our pot, we're gonna go ahead and get that ready with a little bit of oil. Once that heats up, we're gonna go ahead and put in our Italian sausage. I'm using hot Italian sausage. You can use whatever kind of protein that you want. I prefer these bigger chunks in my baked ziti, but again, do whatever you would prefer. We're gonna go ahead and start to brown that. After about 4 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and put in our garlic. Once you start to smell the garlic, that's when you're gonna mix it all together. Continue to cook that sausage all the way through. Once the sausage is cooked all the way through, we're gonna go ahead and put in our crushed tomatoes. We're using 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes along with 16 ounces of water. The reason we're using 16 ounces of water is because we're using a pound of ziti noodles. Into the sauce, we're gonna go ahead and put some salt, some cracked black pepper, along with some garlic powder, some onion powder, and a little bit of Italian herbs. We're gonna go ahead, mix that all up, and then we're gonna put in our ziti noodles. Like I said, we're gonna be using a pound of ziti noodles. Once you put it into the pot, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that all the noodles are in the liquid. We don't want any stragglers resting on top. Bring it up to a simmer. Once it's at a simmer, we're gonna put the lid on and we're gonna put it into a 300-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes until our pasta is cooked all the way through. Once our pasta is done, we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the oven, take the lid off. We're gonna start to mix it all together, and we're gonna add some freshly chopped basil. Along with the basil, we're gonna also add about a cup of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna start to mix that all together before we put in our cheese. And for cheese today, all I had was these little mozzarella pearls. It'll work just fine. We're gonna put in a couple handfuls of those, and we're gonna mix it all together, along with some freshly grated Parmesan Reggiano. Once it's all mixed together, we're gonna put a little bit more Parmesan cheese on top, and we're gonna throw it back into the oven at 300 degrees for about another 15 to 20 minutes, just so all that cheese gets melted and ooey and gooey. After about 15 minutes, our pasta is done. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make baked ziti. Honestly, this is probably the easiest thing you can make at home. It's so delicious, and it's a one-pot recipe. Though you don't have hardly any dishes to do, just one pot. Math. I already know how this is gonna taste, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite, let you guys know how this batch turned out. Yes! Okay, absolutely delicious. Super creamy because of all the cheese that we added along with the heavy whipping cream. That spicy Italian sausage adds the perfect kick to this dish. If you guys just want a hearty meal that's super easy to make, this is the one. Personally, I think baked ziti is better the second day around. So what you could do, if you're gonna meal prep this stuff, make it a day before, put it in the fridge, let it cool, portion it out, reheat it, and it's delicious. Honestly, you could add whatever kind of protein you want to this. I personally enjoy using spicy Italian sausage, but you could use ground beef. If you do use ground beef, I would recommend putting in some red pepper flakes just to add a little bit of spice to the dish. You could do ground chicken too if you wanted to, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're making this, you're not trying to be healthy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss any of our future content. Leave a comment down below if you guys did decide to try this dish or you guys have any recipes you want to see on the channel. I will see your comments. I appreciate you guys. Go out and have fun with cooking, and I'll see y'all in the next video. 2-inch gang. How did I get up here?